And we're just a little over 24 hours until a total solar eclipse crosses over Texas to celebrate. The Houston Museum of Natural Science and Buc-ee's are teaming up to make sure everyone is ready for the eclipse with a very special event at Herman Park. Joining us this morning now to tell us more is Hannah Lange, Program Manager for George Observatory. Good morning to you. This is going to be such a special event. What can you tell us about this viewing party?
So both at the Herman Park location of the Museum of Science and as well at Sugar Land, the campus over in Sugar Land, we are having all-day events, 10 to 3 roughly, where you can come in even if it's cloudy. We have all kinds of activities, sundials, pinhole projectors you can make, all kinds of things, as well as looking at the museum, the totality show at the planetarium. So we have a lot of wonderful things we can do. Outside we were hoping to have, hopefully we'll get a little break in the clouds. Yes. And we have telescopes outside with solar filters. I'm bringing my own personal one.
Yes.
Yes. So hopefully, even if we get, as we saw in the weather, one of those little spaces of orange happens to go overhead, we might still get that glimpse. So
talk about what you brought here this morning for us.
All right, so I brought a few things that you can, of course, use to safely view an eclipse. And even if we get a break in the clouds, you want to make sure, again, for safety, you are wearing your solar eclipse glasses, just to even see if you can look through that break in the clouds. You can also use something like a pinhole projection if you have a colander at home.
Okay.
This is perfect. You don't ever look through it at the sun, but if we do get a little break and sunshine comes through, it will cause little eclipses wherever you have the holes.
Okay.
And you can look down on the ground or on a piece of paper, a piece of cardboard. You can safely view and see all the little eclipses. And you will also see that effect through trees.
Right.
When you look around the ground. Yes, it's really amazing. The other thing is I do have this little solar eclipse. You can get little solar eclipse toys. Often they just sit on the dashboard, but it has a solar cell. I brought a UV light to kind of show what the sun would be like. And as the sun shines you can see that it dances, and it proves to you that the UV light is coming in. We'll be making UV bead bracelets, which again glow in the, respond to the UV light and turn different colors. That's going to be one of the fun activities we're doing.
Great.
And again, another safe way to view is not just the solar eclipse glasses, but a pinhole projector where you can make with your own cereal box, whatever your favorite cereal is. You just cut off the top, leave a little space here, use tinfoil to make a hole, put a white paper at the bottom inside there.
Okay.
And then you will let the sunlight, if again we have any, shine in there, and you can see the eclipse then inside the box safely.
Wow.
So there's a lot of things you could do on your own.
And what is this basketball here?
The basketball would represent the sun. So the size of the sun, and you want to kind of see how far away is the sun for us to be able to see that eclipse. And the tennis ball would be the moon. Walk about 30 feet that way.
Okay.
And have a friend hold the sun, and then just get to the right distance where the moon is covering the sun.
Right.
And that is when you will see that eclipse. It kind of gives you that distance perspective, how hard the moon is working to give us this effect. And another thing people ask sometimes is, since we have a new moon, this occurs at new moon every month, why don't we have an eclipse every month if we have a new moon every month? Well, that's because the orbit of the Earth is always, of course, going around the sun. The moon is slightly off by 5 degrees. So it doesn't always totally cross to where we have a total eclipse. We don't always have that full shadow on the Earth. Sometimes it's just missing. It literally has to cross paths for it to totally block the sun. And you do have to be in that shadow of totality.
That is very cool. Going to be a great event out there. Of course, we're going to post all this information for you on our website, click2houston.com.